Welcome to Up the Villa podcast. This is our match reaction for Aston Villa v Sunderland Premier League 2 action. I've just come back from Bodymoor Heath watching Aston Villa under 21s against Sunderland. So it was a really good game, really entertaining. Absolutely loved it. I love the vibe down there. I was there with Justin and Ryan and it was really good to have a little social with them, but also to watch Aston Villa's youth. So, and they are pretty young, 16, 17-year-olds. So it was really good. The lineup was Ziyech, Keza Hayden, Revan, Feeney, Swinkles, Linley, Kellyman, Alcock, Forker, Reiki, and Caden Young. And Rory Wilson was on the bench and he came off as well. We've got Kerr Smith, Aaron O'Reilly, Alex Hammond, and Frankie Ealing on the bench. So how was the game then? Really entertaining. It was such an entertaining game. Aston Villa started in blockbuster fashion. We got the penalty earlier. That was tucked away by Dominic Revan. Caden Young got a goal as well. Caden Young stood out for me, especially in the first half. Really lively, so quick. He was burning past Sunderland players. Reiki scored a wonderful free kick. Went underneath the wall. That was a really good, well-worked goal. We've got a goal from Amari Kellyman. Now, that's his third goal in 3 games. He made his first appearance against Stoke, and then he scored again against Leeds, and then he scored again tonight. So, Kellyman in and amongst the goals in his first 3 starts. So, that was a really well-took goal. Todd Alcock had a really good game in the first half. He was sort of running the show, and he's got a sort of a low centre of gravity, gets around the football pitch really well. But he had to come off, unfortunately, in the first half, and he was replaced by Rory Wilson. And he got 2 goals tonight, and his finishing was quality. His power that gets on his shots. I was really impressed with Rory Wilson. We went to the Stoke game, and it was a bit of a difficult game because Stoke were quite physical, and this game just seemed to suit Villa tonight. We were really good, really energetic. We played with a really good pace about us. There was some really good games. If I had to say so far who my standout players are through watching them, I think I'm going to go with Kellyman so far. The couple of games that I've seen him play so far, he looks really good. He finds space really well and he's able to pick pockets and drive at the opposition. So Kellyman had a really good game. Feeney as well looked really good. Feeney, I mean, he looks like the game's playing in slow motion for me when you watch him play because he reads the game really well. He had to have a recovery from a poor header that he made back, but he made up his ground and he recovered really well. So Feeney looks really good, really commanding and dominant. But the one thing that I'd like to pick up on and say that every time I've watched under 21 so far is that we're playing out from the back and we're playing out really well. So we're starting to see a transition from the first team now to youth level Aston Villa, and the philosophy on the way we want to play is there to see. There was one where we worked it from keeper to the front and we had a real great chance. It was absolutely fantastic watching some of our football. It was really good. So it was really pleasing to see that we're playing some really nice football. And who else do I think played good? We're going to say, Caden Young played well. Rory Wilson, when he came on, he looks like a finisher. He looks like a striker, and he just needs to bulk up and just grow with his physicality. Kane Keza Hayden, Villa fans. Now I know a lot of you rate Keza Hayden. I rate Keza Hayden. I think he's a really good player going forward, but defensively he's got a lot of work to do because a lot of the goals for Sunderland came down Keza Hayden's side, and Keza Hayden's first thought is to go forward. He tries to drive it forward quite a lot, but I think he is getting undone when he's having to go the opposite direction. So we'll have to watch this space with Keza Hayden. But it was just a real great evening. It was a nice evening. The weather was good, and then it went absolutely freezing. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying our little updates that we're now doing for you under 21s. And just get down there. It's really, really good football. You'll have a really good evening. And cheers for watching Up the Villa.